Okay. Thursday, we made it. We're here. All right. This is our fourth Desert Spotlight live stream on Instagram. This is wild. So, hey, everyone. Melissa, I see you're in the group chat there. Phoenix Arts Culture, Walker. There's a lot of people who've joined. This is a really exciting episode. I cannot wait. I've been very, very manic, but I'm very excited about this. We have an incredible amount of mural work and just an all-around sense of community representation here in Arizona, especially in Phoenix. And we're getting to a point where, you know, Phoenix is growing, and that representation needs to be growing with it. And I think this group of arts collective that we'll be talking to this evening, they're hitting it right on the head. They're doing it, and they're doing it from a place that means something to family, to your culture, your heritage, and your storytelling. So I have with me tonight Jesse. Jesse, how you doing, man? You hear
I'm
me?
doing great, man.
Hey, thank you
You hear
so
me?
much. Can you tell everyone a little bit about yourself? Introduce yourself. Let's just get a little insight on who you are and how you are living up to everything I just said, pretty much.
Yeah. I'm Jesse Yazzie, 27-year-old. Actually, 28. My birthday was like 3 days ago. Yeah,
Congrats,
yeah.
man.
Thanks. Yeah, Native American artist from the Valley. I got like family up north in small little town called Loop, Arizona. There's like 1,000 people there. There's like this, yeah. And my other grandma is from a place called Black Mesa. Um, very, very traditional family. I was born, like, I was raised inside of that, like, traditional culture. So, yeah, I got roots that are, like, really strong inside of the Navajo culture. So, yeah, uh, I'm not really used to all of this interviewing. So, like, I'm more or less just, like, hoping that everything goes well. um, this mural, is like my first big project. I haven't really done anything out here on the streets. Um, I do have some experience while inside of prison. I painted 3 murals, and yeah, I got a lot of really cool feedback from it. I got published in the Geo World newsletter, prison newsletter, back in 2018, and that was for my first mural. And about a year later, I got another publishing for my third mural. So, yeah, 4 months out right now. I have a couple projects lined up, and some side hustles, in the works.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm more or less just trying to find my way in this art culture, this like career that I've sort of like fallen in. So
I
still
mean,
figuring things out.
yeah, and it seems like you're doing it right. If you're only, what'd you say, 4 months out, and
Yeah, 4 months out.
you're already doing this, man. Like, this is it. I have one question for you before I ask about how you found yourself with these organizations, how you found yourself with downtown Phoenix. But I have to know, how did you come up with? You said you did 3 murals in prison. Is that right?
Yeah.
How did you come up with those ideas in such a space, and what did what did you show in those murals? Like, what was the what did you do with that situation?
The first mural was really it was a lot of substance abuse classes and like soul searching that really inspired the idea, the design of the first one. The whole message, the whole theme of the first mural was hope. And like right in the middle of the mural, there's like literally 2 hands holding the word hope. And a lot of people don't really find hope inside of there. They really have to like search and find it and hold on to it. And so it was a lot of like family um, uh, tight knitted memories and things along that line. And my counselor, her name was Miss Anderson. She was a really, really, really good person. She brightened up that whole place. I really owe a lot to her. She ran the parenting classes and the money management classes, and she ran the DUI program, and she was just an amazing person. And she was the one that was really pushing me to not just better myself, but like try something new, like painting. And she gave me my first job as a muralist, and I was getting paid 50 cents an hour, you know,
Oh,
for
wow.
something that
Oh
I
my
could have
God.
probably charged thousands for, you know?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so like I, you know, took it with a grain of salt, and I stole a lot of paint. And
You stole a lot.
yeah, you have
You
to
have
find
to.
like,
No,
you know,
I don't blame you, man.
yeah. I had my own little hustle going on inside of that place. I made a name for myself inside of there. If you needed cards, you know, birthday cards or Mother's Day cards
Oh,
or
dude.
a tattoo, or, you know what I'm saying? Like I was like the one-stop shop.
That's so,
So
oh man,
yeah.
that's so awesome. That makes me like genuinely, it makes me happy to know that someone can take a situation like that and not hit back with like fury, but hit back with intent and empathy
Yeah.
and altruism, you know, like that's, no, man, that's really cool. So I wanna jump over real quick to how you found yourself with Roosevelt Row and these organizations and how you found yourself developing this project that we're looking at right now.
Hmm. So I ended up like word of mouth is pretty much how I came about this organization. My sister, she went to high school with another artist named Isaac Caruso,
Mm-hmm.
and she seen the work that I've already done, and she reached out to him, and I you know started to pick his brain about like how to be a part of this world, and he's the one that actually recommended me for this program, and so like if it wasn't for my sister going to high school, you know, all those years ago, and meeting this person, yeah, I wouldn't have found out about this place.
Yeah.
Um, so, you know, I really just lucked out. Honestly, that's how I look at it. You know, I'm very lucky.
That's cool, man. I mean, I think I think that's definitely part of it. If I may, though, I do have this. Sometimes I have this belief that you don't find yourself with luck; you find yourself with the energy you attract to yourself in your life. You know, if that makes sense, it's a reciprocal thing, and so I imagine that you find yourself with all of these wonderful you know, opportunities and gifts in life because you yourself attract them by, I think, virtue of your character, which is reflected in how you handle time, you know, in a place that I don't think most of us would enjoy being in very much. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I want to talk a bit about then what this mural is. What is this story? Why do people need to see this? And what are you trying to convey here? If you don't mind, and we can even, if we're ready, we can pick the camera up, kind of walk around, do a little bit of a look and talk here at the scope of this thing, because it's a big mural. What are the dimensions? How big is this thing?
It's 8 feet by 20 feet.
Okay, so yeah, there's a
Yeah,
lot of things to put on there.
yeah. It's a pretty big one. It's pretty big size.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we can take a look at it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Um,
See what we got.
so the whole theme was triumph over tragedy,
Okay.
and it's based on a lot of my personal experiences. I did over 7 years in prison, and I had to deal with a lot of people, a lot of family situations, girl problems, and I was surrounded just by a whole lot of negativity for a really long period of time. So the the uh, the skulls have like a representation. The one on the left symbolizes everybody's ex, that crazy ex that, has that, like,
Yes.
she ran me over, she stabbed me type stories, and that's a very common story inside of prison. Everybody has one, and it actually becomes like a competition in sort of ways, like, oh yeah, well, guess what happened to me, and so that's what she represents. She has a beanie on, she has some snowboarding goggles on, and that means she's cold. She's a cold-hearted, dead person, that really doesn't care about anybody else but herself.
That's
right?
Yeah, man. I actually feel that. But all right, keep going.
Okay, so the one on the right, this guy, he represents all the cops, all the police. A lot of cops get like a bad rap, but they're not all bad. All of them aren't to blame. There was a bunch of really, really cool cops that gave me a lot of respect, just because of how young I was and how long I did, and seeing them every day, they really, some of them really helped me out a lot. And, but on the other side of that, there's a lot of cops that think that they're God, or they think that they're the judge, the jury, and the executioner, and they can do and say whatever they want without any type of consequence. And they really, really have a power trip. And so being surrounded by that for so long, I had to include that because it's what I would see every day.
Yeah.
And the middle, I mean, that represents like making my time count, really. There's a dream catcher inside of the clock.
I saw that. I was going to ask. I love that. It also looks like an eye. I don't know if that was on purpose, but it looks like an eye.
No, that's not on purpose.
Well, it's awesome either way.
It's very, very straightforward, really. I'm catching my time, or I'm catching my dreams during the time that I was in. This time actually is the time that my daughter was born. So, like, that right there is like how I would like keep my sanity. There's days where you can't help but cry. You can't do anything, about your situation except try to do like something like with the time and not let it just eat you alive. Yeah. So I had to concentrate on the positive side of things. And I talk about that a lot lately. I have like a relentless positivity, because the other side of that is it's complete darkness. And so, that's something that I still hold with me, and I keep striving for, is just to stay positive, because even when I'm out here, there's still a lot of negative things going on, like COVID, and like I have personal like family members that have passed on from that, and the lessons that I learned inside of that place are not just helping me, they're helping a whole bunch of other people, just by hearing the story. I've had people reach out to me and tell me that I have wisdom beyond my years, and that the story that I can tell helps them in numerous ways, even if it's just like a perspective check. And that's really the main message that I want to put out there, is that, triumph over tragedy. I've been through it. I can tell you like stories for days about things that have happened to me, growing up in a crazy household and having a drug addict in my family. Like everybody has like some type of story like that. And, building off of that over and over and over and over again, it developed a callus that just, it makes me like want to do better with my life, and want to try to live semi-normal. And that if I could like sum it all into one, that would probably be it. You can do it if you put your mind to it, and if I can do it, anybody can do it, because I felt like I was so far gone. And you can ask my mom, you know, you can ask my everybody. Everybody knows that I was crazy at one point. And yeah, if you really want something better, you can do it. If you push yourself, it's not gonna be easy, but it'll be worth it.
What's your daughter's
You know,
name, man?
Rebecca,
Nice.
Rebecca Annalise. Yeah.
Did you name her while she was born while you were in prison? It sounds like, is that right?
No, she was born in 2010, so I was there for 1 year of her life.
Oh, okay.
So she just she's gonna turn 11 in May. So yeah, that's a whole nother thing right there. It's not very. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of communication going on between that, and there's a lot of problems still going on with that. But yeah, she's amazing. She really saved my life.
Yeah.
When I really think about it, you know.
Has she seen this mural yet, or do you want her to see this mural?
No, she hasn't seen it yet.
But you're planning on it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think at some point in her life, even probably now, she'll really respect and appreciate that you put so much thought into this and reflected your love for her in a piece like this for everyone to see, nonetheless. I mean, can we real quick, I don't know who's behind the camera. Can we get a wide shot of the whole mural? Jesse, you just stay put there. But like, if we can get the camera just back out so we can see the scope of this thing. Because it really is. And where's this located, Jesse?
It's on the corner of. It's on the corner of 2nd Street and Roosevelt.
2nd Street and Roosevelt. Yeah. So if everyone, I guess because it's vertical, we can't quite get that wide shot. It's okay. Patrick, you have an image there. Can we pull up some images real quick? Maybe that'll be the solution here. This is I believe see if you have just like this is the time lapse. Yeah. This bad boy. Yeah, look at that. So how long did this take you, Jesse? How many hours, man hours here?
Oh, it was about 6 days, like 6 long days, 8 hours a day. I mean, some of them were 10 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, but I finished it in about 7 days.
Look at that. Yeah. Okay. And you drew this out. Everything was mapped out ahead of time, and you just adjusted the scope of this thing to the dimensions, right? Like that's how this works.
Right. So I'll take a piece of paper and I'll design on that piece of paper, but I'll measure out the wall beforehand, and I will sort of just make the paper the same size as the wall itself. So
wow, yeah, look at that.
And then it's just the copy and paste, really. You know, once the design aspect is done, it's fairly simple after that.
Yeah, wow. I mean, it really you make it sound simple, but it looks very looks very intense. There's everyone. Yeah. So that's everyone who worked on the mural, right?
Yeah. It was mainly me and my little brother. Me and my little brother did all of the work.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm gonna head and Jesse, we're gonna have to. I want to head over to our next segment here because we there's so much scope to cover. But I really appreciate your time, and I want to do this again with you, and we should talk more about what you have going on, because I just love your story, man. I love everything you're doing. And real quick, someone asked if this it was Mr. Meerkat's Market. Hello, Mr. Meerkat's Market. Is this mural by the Old Revolver Records? Is that where that
Old
is?
Revolver Records.
Yeah.
Is that near here?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yes.
Sweet. Okay. Hopefully I answered that question. Thank you, Jesse. But I really appreciate your time, man. Thank you so much. I don't know if Unique she might still be just gearing up. In the meantime, do you have any like, final thoughts or words that you want to express or that you want to get across for this or to people?
I would just like to say thanks to everybody that put this program together, the Roosevelt Row and the partners, like Um, I would really like to say thanks. Yeah, I heard.
YouTube.
Yeah, I don't know the YouTube channel. Sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. We'll talk about it more.
Yeah,
But it's
just thanks for everything. I appreciate it. I really do.
yeah, no, Jesse, seriously, thank you, man. This has definitely been the most, and so far it's just NPR. Like NPR is just, they're the only ones you've really talked to about this. Have you guys with any other news outlets or? Yeah. Okay.
The Arizona Republic did one story that was in the paper about the whole program in altogether. They did a separate one that was just online. That was a personal profile of me, and the Downtown Devils ASU picked up the story also, and they have it running inside of their online newsletter. And yeah, those are the main ones.
That's fantastic. I mean, no, I'm just glad to hear. I think everyone should hear that this is getting some coverage, because it deserves this and a lot more. So, thank you, Jesse.